Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another episode of Sea Salt Snippets. Today for you guys, we've got some spicy topics to talk about, so let's just dive straight into it. First up for today, I wanted to go over some pretty important Final Fantasy 15 news and information. Some stuff that, if you guys are into Final Fantasy 15, you might like the idea of this. However, I know that as of right now, this very situation is extremely controversial. Some people like the idea of this, whereas a lot of people are seeing this as Square Enix just continuing to milk Final Fantasy 15. So please leave your comments and thoughts on this in the comments section down below specifically. I'd love to know what you guys think about this. So as you guys should probably know, TGS is now all over and done with, and quite honestly, there wasn't really anything too interesting for me personally that came out of TGS. However though, Final Fantasy 15 received a lot of news and information, including a new story update that will kind of branch out towards Luna Freya and stuff to do with her, as well as some summons. Not only that, but the multiplayer expansion known as Comrades also got a release date for October 31st, so that's really cool. But the more interesting side of what came out of TGS for Final Fantasy 15 is the plans to actually continue Final Fantasy 15 development into 2018, even to the point where Tabata is actually considering making another season pass for this game. So yeah, so you guys heard that right. Of course, we knew that back in 2016 when Final Fantasy 15 launched, we knew that development as well as support for this game would continue throughout the extent of 2017 to do with all the DLC episodes and different story updates that will of course release throughout this year. And so Square Enix are now wanting to push the Final Fantasy 15 development even further into 2018. And the reason behind why they want to do this is to add more story content to make the game feel more interconnected, meaning that certain story elements that fans have been complaining about since finishing Final Fantasy 15, Square Enix are wanting to elaborate on these missing parts more so. And to do this, they feel like they want to create another season pass to of course implement this content. Now, the controversial side of this is, in one aspect, people are saying, okay, Square Enix are quite clearly milking Final Fantasy 15, and that a lot of this content should have been in the game from the get-go. And I completely and 100% understand this argument right here. On the other side of the spectrum, people are saying that this is really cool. This means that the game is just getting further support, and people are seeing this as a means of just getting new content. And so I also understand this side of the spectrum as well. Yes, I do agree with what some people are saying, where some of this content really should have been in the game from the get-go, and anyone that's actually played Final Fantasy 15 without any of the updates or story DLC, you guys will understand this. However, with saying that, I certainly do feel satisfied with my money's worth when looking at Final Fantasy 15. When going through the game, I will agree, yeah, there are certain story points that do need further elaboration, and I think it's fantastic that Square Enix, aside from the DLC episodes, have actually been adding in free story updates to further elaborate on certain parts of the story, because yes, there really are certain parts of the story that are quite fragmented. But even still so, the experience that I first of all had with Final Fantasy 15 was absolutely fantastic, and I really did feel like I got my money's worth. And so yeah, I feel satisfied with the money that I sunk into this game. And so I see a lot of people actually complaining about this idea, the whole idea to create a second season pass to implement more story into this game. The main complaint comes from the idea of course, having to spend more money on more content. And when it comes down to it, no one really likes to spend money, right? However, what it comes down to is the project itself being beneficial. The different story updates that we've been receiving for Final Fantasy 15 over this year have been quite small and pretty minimalistic. From the sounds of it, Square Enix are actually wanting to create some pretty substantial new content to further go over the story. But of course, to do this, it needs to be beneficial to the actual company, which means that they will need to actually charge a price for this content. If it turns out to be a situation where it's like literally just, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 new cutscenes and like a few extra little missions for like the price of $25, okay, then yeah, we can complain. Now, as of right now, it's not confirmed if they're going to be making a new season pass, but this is currently what is actually being discussed. So yeah, it will be interesting to see if Square Enix really do come up with the decision to actually make a brand new season pass. However, I'm hoping that if they do decide to do this, the content that is included within the second season pass will be substantial. Next up, a brand new Kingdom Hearts Bring Arts figure is releasing within 2018. This was actually revealed at the Tokyo Game Show very recently, and that is a figure of Sora's second form from Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, second form is actually a tentative name. As of right now, we found this out within the interviews back in July from Tetsuya Nomura, so it's going to be interesting to see what the actual final name of second form will be. As you guys should probably know, we currently have a Bring Arts figure for Guardian form, and as well as that, we also have a Play Arts Kai figure of normal Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora as well. So yeah, it would seem like Square Enix as well as Disney are trying to buckle down on that Kingdom Hearts merchandise, which of course makes sense with the upcoming release of Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I said, this figure is releasing in 2018, but as of right now, there is currently no specific release date. Next up, Kingdom Hearts Goofy and Kingdom Hearts Donald were actually spotted at the cast appreciation party, which was held at Walt Disney World Resort over in Florida. Now, this is interesting for a number of reasons. Now, when it comes to certain Disney events or anything to do with Kingdom Hearts in actual Disney theme parks, Kingdom Hearts' appearance towards those things tend to be extremely minimalistic. In fact, I was actually very disappointed to find out that when I went over to LA last year to, of course, visit Disneyland, I was very disappointed to see that there really wasn't too much Kingdom Hearts at the theme park itself. And yeah, I'm not really expecting anything to do with like a Kingdom Hearts ride per se, but more so Disney actually just acknowledging Kingdom Hearts in the sense of selling merchandise or even some of the video games at Disneyland itself. Because when you look at it, Kingdom Hearts really is Disney's biggest gaming franchise. This party was to celebrate all sorts of different Disney properties, and so yeah, it's very interesting that Disney decided to whip out the Kingdom Hearts based costumes for both Goofy and Donald. Because the crazy thing, the only other time where these costumes have been seen were during a Halloween event back in 2004. And this was shortly before the release of Chain of Memories, so we can pretty much assume that the reason why, you know, Kingdom Hearts Goofy and Kingdom Hearts Sora were at this event back in 2004 was to promote the upcoming release of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. So yeah, there's no real explanation or reason as to why Kingdom Hearts Goofy and Donald recently appeared at this party. Could it perhaps maybe be some sort of hint towards Kingdom Hearts being more relevant within Disney's parks? That is certainly something that I would personally love to see. But other guys, that is all the news and information for today. Really quickly, before we end today's video, I just want to quickly announce the winners of the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 giveaway that I did for hitting 200,000 subscribers. The three winners are Emilio Quintero, Binosaurus Flex, as well as Bulbanite72. These guys were actually notified on Twitter yesterday, and they have since gotten back to me with all of their mailing information, so yes, the giveaway is now over. Congrats to those three lucky individuals. As of right now, your copy of 1.5 and 2.5 is currently being sent to you. However guys, that is all the news and information for today. I've been Cynical, and until next time, I'll catch you dudes later. Peace.